Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to This Just In. Thank you for joining me today. In this video, we're going to take a quick look at a stock that I've held for a few months now. Really like it, think it's got a lot of opportunity for growth, and they just reported some huge numbers on Q4 earnings. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right in. Alright guys, before we get started, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification so you can stay up to date. I post new videos every day, or at least I try to, of penny stocks, growth stocks, anything that I think gives us an opportunity to make some money and grow our portfolio. There's a link down in the description to my Patreon account. Come join the family over there. I did the first 100 patrons for just $1. We're filling up quick, got people joining every day. I want to start by saying thank you so much to everybody that joined. Your support is unmeasurable to me. It means more to me than you could ever know. When I started my channel, I had no idea that I would get this support, so I love you, more than anything. The day ones, I love you. You'll get access to the private Discord over there. We can talk stocks. I send out anytime I buy or sell a stock up to the second I do it. Anytime I, make a swing trade, or I've got a watch list, or I'm breaking down a chart and I see something interesting, I send that out. You'll also have links to 4 different portfolios that I got over there. I've got a couple growth stock portfolios, a penny stock portfolio, and a value portfolio. And then also it's just a great community. It helped me grow the channel, help me support it. Be part of something, as we build a bigger and bigger community. But again, thank you guys for subscribing. If the video brings you any value, like it for me. It helps me out a ton, and I appreciate that. And then set up an account, deposit $100 on the Webull link. You get some free stocks. I get a free stock. It helps support the channel. But let's jump in. All right, guys. Today we're going to look at a stock that I've owned now since back in November. They actually IPO'd in September. It's YALA Group. Ticker symbol is YALA. I really like this stock. I don't know what it is, but ever since I bought it back in November, I've had this like love affair with it. I haven't brought it to you guys because it is volatile and it's ran up like crazy. And I just, I want to bring you stocks that I'm 100% confident in, that are going to do well over the course of the long term, so that you guys can, have a good, consistent, stock to invest in. So I didn't bring it to you up until now. They just reported Q4 earnings yesterday, and it pumped me up. I love the future of this company. I think they're going to do very well. So that's why I'm doing it today. But let's jump in and take a look at some numbers and kind of who they are. So as of right now, guys, this is their website. What they pretty much do, I will link this down below. You can watch this video. But they are a popular voice-centric social networking and entertainment platform in MENA. Our flagship mobile application, Yalla, features live voice chat rooms that function like an online version of, don't know what that word is, not sure what, of majils or cafes, where people spend their leisure time in casual chats. Every day, our active users on average spend approximately 4.5 hours in our live chat rooms. Users can select rooms by topic or country and enjoy zero distance contact. They also own this Yalla Ludo. Yalla Ludo is a casual board game platform that has swept the Middle East, combining Ludo game, domino, and real-time voice chat all in one. Yalla Ludo is committed to providing users with a superior gaming experience and a rich variety of personalized expressions. The convenient built-in chat system allows users to enjoy a real-life conversation experience anywhere and anytime. So pretty much, guys, it's a social media app. They've got their live voice-centric chat room app, which is just the Yalla platform, and then they've also got their board game, mobile gaming platform, where they combined the ability to play games on your phone and then also be able to be in a chat room and communicate and talk with other users, their friends, or whoever while they're playing the game. So really cool. The kind of them taking this approach on this voice-centric chat room. I remember growing up when I was young. I didn't play a lot on the computer when I was young, but when I did, we had like the MSM or MSN chat rooms and stuff like that. Now they're just kind of doing like a more of a voice-centric one, which is cool. Again, guys, I like this stock. I think they're an up-and-coming company. I think they do very well. Out in the Middle East, this is one of the big social media platforms out there. Let me kind of give you some numbers. So they've got a market cap of a little over $2 billion. I don't remember the exact number off the top of my head. Their revenue in 2018 was $42.4 million. Then they jumped it to $63.5 million in 2019, and then jumped that all the way up to $134.9 million in 2020. So huge growth in revenue there. 49.7% to be exact, year over year. And then their gross profit went from $28.5 million in 2018, $42.9 million in 2019, sorry. And then all the way up to $73.7 million in 2020. So they're growing revenue like crazy. They're growing gross profit like crazy. Now, this is one thing that I wasn't super pumped on. That gross profit margin was 54%, by the way, year over year. But listen to their net income. It went from $20.2 million in 2018 to $28.9 million in 2019, and then it fell all the way to $3.2 million in 2020. And the reason why that is because their total operating expenses jumped from like $14 million in 2019 all the way to $69 million in 2020. So they're spending more money to obtain more users, more paid users, and every user costs them money to retain them essentially on their platform. So the more money they spend in advertising and marketing, they will eventually end up getting that back as they gain more paying users. I can't remember exactly what the number is. I'd have to look, but I do know that their average client does cost them a little bit more per share than they do make, I believe, or per user than they actually make, I believe, for now. A lot of these social media companies, they got to pump out as much marketing dollars as they can to get as many users as they can, because over the course of the long run, they will end up making it back. It's kind of like my business that I run. We own a web design and marketing business. Our core competence is building a website and then doing ongoing marketing and maintenance, hosting, ad campaigns, things like that. And so there's times where we will take a loss on our initial website build because we make our money as they pay us over the course of 6, 12, 24 months, 36 months. They just keep paying us year over year. So I do understand that model. I don't mind it. Obviously, I want to see them continuously increasing their net income, but in order to really scale it to the level that they want to, they've got to continue pumping marketing dollars into obtaining more users. With that being said, I think that these guys are at the growing stages, and I think that they've got a lot of growth. I think they've got a lot of opportunity to explode their revenue over the course of the next few years. And I'll kind of tell you, this is another thing. Their total assets were only $21.3 million in 2018. They jumped it to $54 million in 2019, and then $253 million in 2020. So they've got some assets there. Their revenue estimates for 2021 is $210 million, and then $321 million in 2022, which is an average of like 53% year over year. So from $134 million in 2020 to $210 million next year, and then $321 million the year after that. That's really nice rev growth. Their Q4 earnings, let's go over those. So in Q4, they just reported their earnings yesterday. What was crazy is I actually sent out a notification in the Discord yesterday that they were gapping up like 14% in pre-market. Now they beat non-GAAP earnings. They missed a little bit, I think by 6 cents a share on GAAP earnings. but their revenue jumped 150.9% year over year to 48.3 million this quarter, or Q4. Then their monthly active users increased by 295% year over year to 16.4 million. And then their paying users on their platform, you know, I think it's a free-to-play app, and then you can upgrade and there's in-app purchases. But their paying users jumped 624% year over year to 5.2 million, paying users in Q4. Guys, that's where that $69 million went in operating expenses, is to grow their paying users 624% quarter over quarter or year over year from Q4 of 2020 to Q4 of 2019. That is a massive growth in paying users. If they can keep that up, they're gonna do very well. They are expecting just in Q1 of 2021 to jump their revenue from 48.3 million all the way up to 63 million. Guys, they're on track. They're doing very well as far as growing their revenue and their customer base and their paying users. I'm very bullish on this company. Very. I think they're going to do extremely well. The stock is volatile. It does run. It does fall. It got pretty beat down the last few weeks, but it actually didn't do as bad as most of our growth stocks that we owned, especially like the EV stocks. So let's jump in and kind of take a look at the chart. The other thing is one of the analysts, I can't remember where he was from, but he actually put a price target on the stock of $28. I can't remember when he put a price target on $28, which was like a 7% increase from yesterday's price. But if we look here, like I said, I bought it back here in November. I bought my first share at like $8.50. And then I added more at $9. Then I added more at 10. Then it fell back down to 8. I added more. And then I ended up buying some at like 17 and then 18 and then even more at 20. I did sell a little bit off at like 27, but yeah, you can see here, right here in December, popped up to about $20 and then kind of sold, traded sideways and kind of sold off for a while. And honestly, I thought that was kind of the end of the run. I was like, they new company, a little bit of hype, but honestly, they're kind of overlooked. I haven't heard anybody talk about this stock. And honestly, there is institutional investors, and I bet we could even look that up. Yeah, let's look that up actually. So they've got 26 institutional owners, or stock owners. Let's see here. Norges Bank, JP Morgan. Yeah, look at that. Average share price $14. They own over 200,000 shares. Morgan Stanley, Deutsche Bank. So they've got some institutional investors there. But you can see here, yeah, like I said, I thought it was going to be out of gas right here. Then it came out and just popped clear up and touched a high of $40.34. That is huge, guys. That is a big run. That's what I'm talking about when I say this stock is volatile. I love this stock. This is one of my favorite stocks to even enter swing trades in. And these guys are infants. They're in their infancy stages. They only IPO'd right here in September. You can see they came right out of the gate and had a big sell-off. But you can kind of see they're starting to, they got beat down all the way down to the 200-day moving average, on this big sell-off, and they're already starting to kind of make their way back up. Down here at the $17 mark was a really nice place to add shares. That's where I was going to make the video, and I decided to wait a little bit because I wanted to see them really start making their way up to the upside. Just to get back up to their previous high of $40, you're looking at 57%. That's really nice gains. How long do I think it'll take to get there? I'm not quite sure. I do think that they will get there. I mean, look at this. They're already jumping. They're up almost 13% just today. So guys, this company is a young company in a hot industry, tech. that is growing their users, growing their paid users, growing their revenue. And I think over the course of the next 12 to 24 months, they will do very, very well. Like I said, that analyst came out, put a price target of around 28 bucks. I think it could actually go quite a bit higher than that. Their PE is a little bit high right now, but their forward PE isn't looking too bad. I could honestly see this stock getting to $40 by the end of the year, $35, $40 by the end of the year. But by the end of 2021 or 2022, excuse me, if everything continues to go as well as planned, I could see this stock even creeping up around 45, 48 maybe, as revenue keeps continuing to go up. So go check these guys out. Go do your research, do your due diligence, go check out their earnings, and put down in the comments what you think about it. If you've got a price target on it, I would love to hear it. If you own it, I'd also love to know when you got in and what your average cost is. But that's it for today, guys. I wanted to keep the video really short and just kind of show you this stock that I've liked for a long time. It is in my high growth portfolio. It's also in my personal portfolio. And so, go check it out and do some research. It's looking pretty good here. We'll probably run into some resistance up here. Looks like we're kind of getting a little bit right here at the $27 mark, but I think, it's starting to look good. MACD's curling up. So is the moving averages. It's popping nicely today. Look at that. Already since we just in the last minute that I've been talking, it went up over 13%, so it's jumped 1% in a minute. So this is a good one, guys. This is a good one, especially if you can be patient, if you can handle the stomach churning ups and downs. Even if you want to swing it, if you just want to swing trade it, get in, let it pop for a few days, get out, you can do that too. But I plan on holding this stock for a long time. I think they have a lot of opportunity to do well. So that's it for today, guys. Come join me at the Patreon. I'd love to have you over there. If you find any value in this video, like it and subscribe to the channel. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Last thing, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a licensed stockbroker. Always go do your own research and due diligence. Don't just take my word for it. But that's it, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.